welcome to Gusto News on Gusto TV Africa. My name is Emiliana, and on today's news we have Wizkid, we have Ckay, and we're going to be looking at the top 10 songs on the Billboard US Afrobeat chart. But before going on to what we have for you on today's news, guys, I want to say thank you for all that you do for us here on the channel. We see all of it and we really do appreciate you. And if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, please do not forget to subscribe, and also do not forget to click on the post notification bell so as to know when we drop new content and also when we drop new videos for you. Alright guys, so starting off the news, we have Wizkid in the building. The last time we had Wizkid in the building was because of Rema. Yeah, so Rema actually brought up Wizkid on stage and people were like, wow, what's happening? It will usually be, the big guys bringing up these young guys, but this time around it was a young guy bringing up, the big guys on stage. Rema actually brought Wizkid on stage and people were like, okay, what's happening? Meaning these guys actually have like an amazing relationship, but then they were actually really shocked. But the reason why we have, Big Wiz in the news today is because of his son Zion. So people have been coming out to, pass a whole lot of narrative saying that Wizkid only cares about Zion because of some this and that, saying that he does not flaunt his other kids, looking at that the fact that one of his baby mamas, that's Boluwatife's mom, has come out to call him out a whole lot of times. And they're like, okay, why is Wizkid not behaving like Davido? But Davido is always flaunting all of his kids, always spending time with them, and we know that, okay, Davido is actually giving these guys equal love. But then for Wizkid, they think Wizkid only loves Zion. But then I've seen a video where we had Wizkid, we had Zion, we had Boluwatife in Wizkid's house in Ghana. But then people will always have their narrative or have their own opinion about things. So they've actually come out to call out Wizkid after he posted this video of him and Zion actually chilling, and they were actually on a vacation, and they're like, guy, why are you always spending time with Zion? Why is it always about Zion? What about your other kids? And they're like, see, you need to be able to share this love equally. All right, so this user says, Wizkid, you got to normalize doing the same thing with your other kids. That's why Davido is a bit better than you. So yes, they went ahead to compare Wizkid's type of parenting to Davido's type of parenting. But I feel like people should understand that, man, people do this parenting thing differently. Like, they have their own way. So that it works for A like this does not mean it's going to work for A this other way. But then this user is saying he has to normalize spending time and giving love to his other kids. Then this user says he doesn't have to do the same thing with the other kids. He respects his partner and their relationship. He's paying child support, and that is more than enough. He doesn't want to be a polygamist, and it's not by force. Leave him alone. So this is a Wizkid fan coming out to say, you know what, you guys should just leave Wizkid alone. Wizkid is paying child support. He respects his partner, that's Jada P, and he doesn't want to be a polygamist. Like, as long as he's actually paying child support, according to this user, is actually enough. But then someone actually countered her saying, may God forgive you. Every child deserves fatherly love, whether divorced or not. He don't post the rest children even on their birthdays, but always posting Zion. So this is actually coming out to say, even on his other kids' birthday, Wizkid never gets to wish them a happy birthday. Wizkid never gets to post them. But then if he doesn't post them, you don't know if he has actually sent them like 120 million to actually go and chill. When he now actually went ahead to say, it is because Zion is half. Is it because Zion is half caste? So I was like, this was actually a question saying, is it because Zion is half caste and all of that? Saying, and for the record, Wizkid no they pay any child support. I don't know how this user actually has this information, but he is actually saying Wizkid does not pay child support. Then he said Shola once exposed him proof. He actually posted a screenshot from when Boluwatife's mom actually came out to say Wizkid does not take care of his son, that's Boluwatife. But that was actually back then and all of that. This was when Wizkid came out to say he wanted to build a school, and Boluwatife's mom saying, you people should tell your fave that he should first take care of his children before trying to build a school or before trying to take care of other people's children, saying charity begins at home. Then this user said, I pray you someday understand the impact and importance of fatherly love and presence in every child's life. Remain blessed. So this user is actually telling Wizkid that she prays that one day Wizkid is actually going to understand the impact and importance of fatherly love and presence in every child's life. Then this user says, paying child support, and that's more than enough. Really? Wow. Yet you said pray for Nigeria. pray for yourself first and those with this kind of mentality too. So this is I saying just paying child support is not enough. You need to be present in the child's life. You need to spend time with them. You need to, advise them. You need to give them love. Then this user says it isn't about being a polygamist. It's about showing equal love to children. I am not saying they should all be together, but he should try to be there for every achievement and birthdays. No parent knows the child that will take care of them in their old age. All parents must tread lightly. Alright guys, away from Wizkid, we have Ckay the first. Yes, Ckay the first. See that the first actually fits Ckay a whole lot, because Ckay keeps being the first to do a whole lot of amazing things. Like a whole lot of amazing things. When I talk about being the first to do a whole lot of amazing things, okay, look at him bagging a diamond, certification in France. Being the first Afrobeat artist to ever bag a diamond certification. Right now, Ckay's Emiliana smashes 90 million streams on Spotify in less than 7 months, making it the fastest Afrobeat song to achieve this milestone. The fastest. Like they've been all the Afrobeat songs that have actually achieved this milestone, but Ckay's Emiliana is the fastest. Like it just happened in 7 months. 90 million streams. That's a whole lot of streams. Like 90 million streams for just one song. Like I said, that's Ckay the first day. That name, anybody will give Ckay advice, say make it actually name himself Ckay the first, or name that EP Ckay the first. Ckay actually needs to go and just roger that person, because that Ckay the first is doing a whole lot. Like this guy is always been the first to do a whole lot of things. Alright guys, so lastly on the news, we're going to be looking at the top 10 songs on the Billboard US Afrobeat chart. Alright, so for number 1, we have the lady of the moment, Tems. Right now, Tems the para. Like this girl the para. She has actually said it that she's not here to play, that she brings a whole lot to the table. Man, she's actually the table, and she's actually sticking to that. So for number 1, we have Tems, Free Mind. He has been on the chart for 13 weeks. Peak position at number 1. Last week at number 3, and right now the song has gone up to number 1. And for number 2, we have Essence, Wizkid featuring Justin Bieber and Tems again. It's been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position at number 2, last week at number 2, and still on number 2. And for number 3, we have Peru, Para, yes, Fireboy and Ed Sheeran. It's been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position number 1, last week at number 1. And right now it has gone down to number 3. And for number 4, we have Ckay Love Quantity. Has been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position number 1, last week number 4, and is still on number 4. And for number 5, we have Tems Again. Has been on the chart for 7 weeks, peak position number 6, last week number 5, and still at number 5. For number 6, we have a Last by Burna Boy. Has been on the chart for 5 weeks, peak position at number 4, last week at number 6, and still on number 6. For number 7, we have Finesse, Fields, and Benson Buju. Has been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position at number 5, last week at number 7, and still at number 7. Then for number 8, we have Bugat Kiss Daniel featuring Techno. Has been on the chart for 6 weeks, peak position number 6, last week number 8, still on number 8. And for number 9, we have Mona Lisa, Lil J Sax, and Chris Brown. Has been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position at number 8, last week at number 9, still on number 9. And for number 10, we have Found, Tems featuring Brent Fayez. Has been on the chart for 13 weeks, peak position at number 8, last week at number 10, and still at number 10. So yes, you have Tems with the most song on this chart. She has 3 of her own songs, and she has a song where she was actually featured. Like Tems the para this time around. Alright guys, so yes, I've come to the end of today's news. Tell us what you think about the news in the comment section. And I'll be in the comment section responding to some of your comments, if not all. We see all that you do for us here on the channel. I really do appreciate you. Bye for now. My name is Ima.